So we're the Revells. My name is Jennifer.
My name is Dominique.
And we have been married
for about 8 years.
Almost 8 years. November will make it 8 years. We've been introduced to with herbs through my mother. I grew up on herbalism. She's a Haitian woman. She's from H.E.A.T, Haiti, and she basically figured it out herself. It's not something that was passed down from her mother. She just listened to other women in the area, the province, that taught her different things that she learned from different families. And now she helps people in the community in Miami with different elements and things of that nature. And I've got a chance to grow up with it and watched it for years. And then we ended up living with my mom together.
And then living with her mom, it rubbed off on me with the teas that she just made, like ginger tea, and ginger tea, and then she had a lot of tea leaves. I remember just waking up anytime of the day in the morning, and her mom is just making this tea, and there's just this smell, and I was not immune to it because it was so strong.
It used to give you a little kick.
It gave me a big kick, but I got used to it. And my first my first real encounter with just natural remedies was when I had bronchitis. Went to the hospital, found out I had bronchitis. I'm just summing everything. So I was in between, natural remedies and prescription. And we learned together prescriptions, although they are super effective, but then it will also affect your gut health. So we were very cautious of what we put in our bodies and what we take. So Jen, my wife, made this soup for me, and all the tea leaves that her mom gave to boil. And within 1 week,
I went to Whole Foods too. Got a bunch of stuff.
Okay, she went to Whole Foods too. I was in bed, so whatever she did in the background, I wasn't there. But basically, within that 1 week, that bronchitis was gone from just using teas and soup, and just herbs and tea leaves, just from her mom's remedies. So, which we've both been interested in herbalism and natural remedies. I was more into the information, but I never got my hands wet until that experience. So,
so side note, our baby is taking a nap, is not sleeping, taking a nap. So she may wake up, and I might have to go and tend to her during the video.
So we'll be passing the baton to each other.
Yeah. So we're also really involved in the birth community. I'm a doula, and I'm also a midwife assistant. And Dom also encourages the dads along the journey that I encounter through my clients.
Right.
So it goes hand in hand. How Elephant Tribe got started, it was a vision of mine for about 1.5 years. Well, a vision for years, and the name came to me 1.5 years ago. And all the remedies, we started putting together a binder and collecting all our remedies and doing a lot of research and testing things out and recommending things to different friends and family members before we got confident enough to say, hey, let's launch a business for it.
Right.
So now we, plan to serve the community by providing herbal blends, being a source of herbs for those who want to create their blends in the future, and also just educating people. So as we learn, we teach. We don't know everything. We know a lot, but compared to others, they may know more, but we just teach basically what we learn as we go,
right? Just
so that our community could be educated along with us. So tonight we want to talk about stress and anxiety.
Yes.
We thought it went perfect with the title, Herbs for the Soul. And I was like, because with COVID and the election, we need something.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get into it. Yeah.
All right. So.
If you see us looking down again, we have like 5 pages worth of research and notes before that we had.
So. All right. So we covered that. So one thing is very important to have, especially in this time in COVID. It's okay to have a counselor. Why? Because counselors can help navigate and help point things out what you're struggling with. So with that in mind, we have a counselor of our own, and we talk, and our counselor is very good at helping us and directing us and just pointing out things that we're seeing like, okay, this is what causing our stress, or this is what causing this is what's causing that. So that's just like I guess what's the word? I don't know, a reality thing, just to stay present on that. So anxiety. So anxiety can appear in different reasons, through your body. So post-traumatic, genetics, panic disorders, phobias, health issues, or hypothyroidism, or just general anxiety. So it can be work related, it can be relationships, it can be finances. So this also kind of lines up like we mentioned. Make sure you have a counselor if you want
to help you
navigate. Okay, where is your big amount of stress coming from? That amount. So one thing that stress causes to your body, there are a few things. So insomnia, tension, like your muscle tenses up, your whole body, difficulty concentrating, so you forget, you can't remember as quickly as you used to. Headaches, fatigue, nausea, constipation, other digestive issues, and easily startled.
Which I got, with my phobia situation. So for the vast majority, when you do have anxiety, it's usually one of your bodily systems being compromised. So either your immune system, your digestive and reproductive system, your cardiovascular system, those are the things that are affected. So anxiety is just not like my mood or just how I feel. Like whenever like older people, wiser people usually don't stress out, you're gonna make yourself sick. And it's not like just a saying, it's the actual truth.
Right.
So stress is generally good for our bodies in an emergency situation. Our bodies were meant to do that. So in a fight or flight mode, our body uses a lot of our cardiovascular system, increasing our blood rate to get us to either fight off things or to run away. And so because of that, your heart rate increases, your blood vessels tighten up, and to increase the oxygen in our organs. And the thing is with stress, especially in these times, if your blood vessels are continually tensing up, that it becomes very, like, I would say chronic in a sense. It's too consistent. And what that causes is either like clogged arteries and chest pains and heart attacks and anxiety attacks and things like that, because your body's already always in overdrive when it's inconsistent increased heart rate, and also with the tightening of the blood vessels to build up the oxygen as well.
So with our reproductive system, when it comes to stress, our reproductive system majority has a lot of energy, and that's where your majority of your energy comes from. So when stress happens to your reproductive system, it shuts down, because all that energy that's pumping, your blood, your oxygen, your everything, it's like it comes to a halt, because stress is like an earthquake to your body. Let's keep that visual. So when stress happens, like she said, stress is a good thing that that happens to your body to respond to certain things. But when it's a overstimulation of stress itself, then that's where it becomes like this earthquake in your body. So so our bodies, we don't need to overload. That's one thing. And I know it's not easy, like we said, in these times. Everybody knowing these times it's not easy. Everybody levels are high or unbalanced. You do whatever you can, meditate or take a moment to take a deep breath for a few seconds. Anything, music, dance, whatever that can help you to bring the levels of stress down, so that way your body doesn't overload, and that way your reproductive system can fully function properly.
Because because the reproductive system, because it generates a lot of energy, like you said, the body's gonna say, hey, we don't need to use that. you know, let's keep that energy away. So it could affect our menstrual cycles, our ovulation in women, and then for men it does what the
erectile dysfunction
because of the testosterone that's used in the reproductive. So for us, it really affects our ability to be fertile, but also our reproductive health doesn't only helps with fertilization. It also helps function all the other things like our thyroid and all that type of stuff. All that stuff go hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. So it has a giant effect on our immune system. Ooh,
definitely.
And you know, with COVID and flu season, that's a problem. And so there's two types of immune system: the
adaptive
and the innate. Yeah.
So the adaptive involves your blood cells and remembering bad cells to boost the immunity against viruses. That's actually a nice that's a pretty cool feature for the body.
Yeah.
So the innate part, it uses a controlled level of inflammation. During an emergency, it turns on the inflammation too much and starts attacking the good things in our body. An example, arthritis.
So it's inflammation. And then like levels of stress and things like that can actually cause like that in our bodies. So like chronic stress and anxiety can shift your immune system and make it more receptive to illnesses and things of that nature. So there are herbs that can help, and so that's why we're here.
Yeah.
So we like to give a back on how the body is affected, so that we can be able to bring an understanding on how the herbs work to help.
Right.
So we honestly believe that the body has the ability to heal itself. We do believe in chiropractic care and in herbs to be able to boost that health, that ability to heal. So with herbs like ashwagandha, I don't know if you guys heard of that one. A lot of people have been using that one like crazy during COVID because of the fact that it actually helps boost the immune system. There's chamomile there, and that's common. There's lavender.
So
yeah, and then there's like lemon balm,
linden leaf, valerian,
and
passion flower.
Yeah. So with our herbs, so we have this is what we call, this is what the bag looks like. The Peacemaker, this is how much it comes in the bag. And this is like 24 servings in here. Can you see that? Is it? Where? Okay, there you go. Yeah. That's the lighting, much better.
Oh, okay.
24 servings. This is what it looks like in a jar. So you can kind of see the chamomile in here.
You got chamomile.
Like the yellow that looks like little flowers. Can you see that? I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you see these little right there. That's the chamomile.
I got some of that.
Huh?
I got some of that.
Yeah, that's the chamomile. And then you got the leaves that are very, because we don't have it apart anymore because you already created the blend. But these leaves right here, can you see that?
Linden leaf.
That's linden. Right there.
It's like a light green leaf.
Yeah.
So chamomile, lemon balm, and linden. Those are our 3 leaves, our tea leaves or herbs. That is our peacemaker.
Yeah.
So
we properly balance it so that it's not an overwhelming amount of a certain herbs.
Right.
And so like
we want to make sure that the herbs does its job properly, and also to give you just an idea, Peacemaker, do not take this during the day. Take it at night when you go to sleep.
When you go to sleep,
because it will hit you like NyQuil and Theraflu, and
it'll help you rest. It combats that insomnia. And it all depends on your body too, because I have some people that take it and they're like, I don't feel drowsy, but I feel calm. And there's some people that's like, oh, I'm gonna knock out after this.
So if you want to think of chamomile, think about the little bear on that little the tea box you see at Ward's or Walgreens or Walmart.
Publix
got it. You always see the little sleepy bear. You always see it on the rocking chair.
Yeah. So lemon balm increases your gamma aminoburic acid, which calms the overstimulation during an anxiety attack or just any extreme anxiety. It boosts your immune system as well. It lowers your blood pressure and calms the nervous system. So this is like really, really good overall. Shannon says, so do you drink it hot or cold? whatever. I like it cold.
I like it hot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it depends.
Yeah, it's just your preference. It's no, as long as you allow the herbs to steep. Oh,
That's the baby.
For
For 10 to 15 minutes.
We'll be back after these messages.
But you can keep going.
As long as you allow the herbs to steep after boiling, so we even have directions on the back of our bags as well. Within, I believe, about 10 minutes, you let it steep. If you have a strainer, get a strainer. You have your teacup that's already straining the herbs, so you have another cup. You can take the strainer, you pour the tea into that other teacup with the strainer, so that way the herbs doesn't go into the other teacup. Or if you have a French press, that's another good thing to use. French press, let it steep for 10 minutes. When you're done, you press it down, like so. You press it down, and you pour it, you're good to go. Or if you have a tiny little teacup, we got a little teacup. They don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a little tiny teacup that has a built-in strainer in it, so it holds the herb, and you just pour the hot water in, you let it steep. You pour it, and you're good. So as long as you let it steep, whether hot or cold, it's fine when you drink it.
So how long do you have to put it? Because this is the question I get a lot. How long do you have to steep it for? Because some teas you want to steep longer than the others. But sometimes I'm like, I steep it, but then some teas say 2 minutes, some say 8 minutes, 10 minutes. How long do you steep this one for?
We steep all of our herbs for 10 minutes. So yeah, 10, 15 minutes. It's your the only thing it's doing is it's taking all the minerals and nutrients and everything from the herbs itself, and it's soaking into the water. So the longer you do it, whether it's 10, 15 minutes, the more you pull out of your herb when you drink it.
We have a question from Shannon. She says, after you steep the tea, like after you're done drinking the tea and everything, can you use the tea for seasonings?
Yeah, it depends on the herb. I'm nursing. It depends on the herb. So like, I don't think any of these here you can. So you can cook with lemon balm and linden. I haven't tried chamomile.
We tried nettle, didn't we?
But nettle is good, yeah.
Nettle
and then nettle's really good because that
helps your iron.
Your iron levels. It has almost every vitamin you can think of. The vitamin B complex, and then it boosts your immune system as well because it has all of the nutrition in there.
Right.
So we've cooked with nettle. We've cooked with moringa. But if you already have a low range blood pressure, moringa will bring your blood pressure down even more. So if you're high blood pressure, cook with a moringa. But if you're low, don't do it.
What's the name again?
What was that?
What's the name for the high blood pressure?
Moringa.
Moringa. Okay.
Yeah. And also the linden and the discipline we have, linden, chamomile, and lemon balm, they all regulate blood pressure. They all do. There's a lot of herbs that do. A lot of herbs do the same job. It just depends on what's in your region, what's easily in your reach, what's used in your culture. Because in America, they have their own herbs. And then, of course, in Africa, there's their own. In Asia, there's their own. But they're all pretty much do the same things. So it depends on what you're comfortable or using, where you can get easy access to.
And if you're wondering how much to use, we use 1 teaspoon.
Yeah.
Don't overdo. That's one thing we always tell everybody. We educate everything. We talk about the herbs and everything. But when it comes to teas, especially just natural remedies, do not overdose, because then you'll fall into like diarrhea or stomach cramping,
depending on what
herb, because every herb has their own what's the word, not symptoms, but side effects.
Yeah,
they have their own side effects.
Some do, some don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So we really just try. We really be careful with what we always research what we're looking into. We go through our books, we go through other resources just to make sure that everything is saying the same thing or something similar, and then we'll go from there just to make sure that it's safe. It's the baby. That's Sage.
JoJo's not here. But yeah, and some herbs don't have side effects, but always
look into what you're gonna take before you just grab.
So if you are looking to try a herb, what's suggested is to try it for a week, then stop, and then see what changes happen to your body in that week. And then if you start having this change or whatever, any thank you, Shannon, anything shift or different in your body that you like, then you can continue. Some herbs are for long-term use and some are not. Our herbal blend is not for long-term use. It's for the Peacemaker blend. We have other blends on there. These are not for long-term use. Oh baby. But you can use, it's not like for every single day of the week, okay, I gotta get a Peacemaker, I gotta get anxiety. But every now and then, if you had a stressful day, you can take it. And it'll help counter the effects of stress, like clogged arteries. Let's see, which I think is linden. Linden actually reduces the tension, and it also reduces the clogged arteries that you get from stress. So you're less likely to have a heart attack or heart disease or chest pains or even a panic attack because of the effects of what your blood vessels are doing. What is it?
Now, do you guys think you could give tea to children? Is this children safe, or can it just be adults only for right now?
The Peacemaker is children safe. We used it for JoJo.
Yeah, our son.
So in the beginning of the anxiety, toddlers can show their own anxiety. The pandemic, toddlers can show their own levels of anxiety. JoJo is 3.5 right now. No, he's gonna be 4 in December. He was 3.5 when we first gave him the Peacemaker. I suggest waiting till about 2 to start introducing herbs, but in most countries, in her age, they're already giving her tea. So, but for me personally, and what westernized civilization teaches is to wait until after 1 before you add anything to their diet. So I would stick to what is known here, unless culturally, in your culture, you're very aware of how it works. Then you can do it whatever age you're comfortable with. But yeah, kids are safe. It helped with JoJo. With JoJo, he had insomnia. He was having a lot of tantrums. He was very unsettled for days. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to give it to him. And I did. And it took an hour to work. He went to sleep after an hour of drinking the tea. And then, yes. And then the next day he was very calm, and not like calm like zombie, but like happy, relaxed, ready to play, less likely to get easily frustrated. And so we don't use it consistently, but on days we notice that he's just consistently for like a few days just rough, that's when we'll use it. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that. We wanted to talk about foods as well. I know herbs is not herbs is our main thing, but also foods that would help because it's all around. So foods to avoid when you have extreme anxiety is like red meat and poultry and additives and dairy, because those actually increases your level of anxiety. So what you can do is lay off that as long as you can, and then you'll add foods that's high in you want to get it? High in magnesium, potassium. So like Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kale, a lot of veggies, and the healthy starches like yams and potatoes and things like that. And peppers and tomatoes and things like that. There's some cool dishes you can do. I am not a creative cook. I'm a creative with the herbs, but I'm not creative in the kitchen. It's like the same meal every single day. I'm trying to work on that. But generally, we do eat a lot of these things as well. We're trying to get rid of eating rice because we eat a lot of rice. We're Caribbean.
I ain't ready.
The rice. We're Caribbean, so we like rice.
Shannon says that she admires the research that you guys have done for the herbs.
Thank you. We try to be that way because I feel like a lot of times people market, just take these herbs, it's good for this, it's good for that. And yes, it is, but if you don't understand how it affects your body, then you don't understand why you're taking it. Right. And if you don't understand why you have stress, how would you know how to work? What to do exactly.
Right. Like you don't want to be like, those commercials where they'll advertise like the medicine, like, oh, take Clearax. Like, it just keep going. Like, it's like, it'll say all the good things, but then all the side effects and everything, they speed it up so fast, you can't even hear it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you put yourself in a position where it can harm somebody? Oh, Lord, she said she a sucker for commercials. So
don't let them get you.
Listen, one thing about us, like about our so we're vegan, we eat plant-based. So one thing that has taught us was to look into the ingredients of what you eat. Make sure you look into, so that example itself, with anything, with fruits, herbs, your food, just everything. Look into what's going into your body. How does your body process? What your body is supposed to process, what it's not supposed to process. Because then you can probably reduce some trips to the hospital. Now, don't get me wrong, hospitals are a good thing because one, they can tell you what the issue is, and what, and you go from there. We try to have a way where, okay, you need your blood work done. Okay, what's going on in your blood work?
Yes, you have to get your blood work done.
What's happening in your body. It's good to know. So as long as you know, and not all the time there is a cure for certain ailments, but there is alternative. And we try not to say like, oh, well, I can't do this, I can't do it, because doctor said this and this and this, but you may never know, because one, God gave everything, plants, plants, fruits, seeds, nuts, all those things. So, if all that is present here now, especially, you don't even know what's in your backyard. You may think it's weeds, but it may not be weeds. It may be an actual herb that you don't even know. And all it takes is just looking up the actual plant or the book.
Or Google Lens.
Google Lens is a great there's
help.
even I believe there's apps for plants that can help you find the actual name of that plant. So you do your research, you do your digging, so don't give up my encouragement, don't give up too soon. When you find out something's wrong with your body, you may get a negative answer for one, and then you may get another opinion for somebody else. Be like, okay, well, we know that God gave everything natural here on this earth. So what can help me right now?
A good example, there's a farm here in Gainesville that does strawberry picking. And I was just like, what is strawberry leaf good for? And I'm sorry, you guys can't hear me, I'm off camera or see me. And I realized it was good for stomach issues like diarrhea and things like that. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go strawberry picking, but I'm gonna get the leaves. And literally the week later, I was going to the restroom consistently. And I was just like, oh man. And I realized, oh yeah, I picked some strawberry leaves. And I went and I made tea with that. And I was able to help with stop the diarrhea I was having at that moment. So it could just be as simple as a strawberry leaf that you get at the farmer's market when you buy the plant. Oh, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to grow strawberries. And you're also growing medicine at the same time. Right. So
yeah. So another
pigeon peas are really good too, the leaf. There's so many things.
Right. Yeah. And for another just quick example, say, okay, doctor says you got arthritis, just basic arthritis. What's arthritis? Inflammation between the joint. So let's say your arthritis is right here. So between your joint, there's this swelling right here. There's this inflammation right there. So now okay, arthritis, what's that? Inflammation. So what That's her symptom. So what herb or what foods can help with inflammation? Turmeric. You get what I'm saying? So it's just little simple things. If you can figure out how to attack the symptom of something, then it's like the core.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you can figure out how to attack the core of something that is treatable, then do it. Research it. They got turmeric pills. Everybody know wars. They got the little turmeric pills. Whole foods. You know, anything for your body. And it's also good to detox. Definitely good to detox. You got to detox. Whether it's fasting, whether it's juicing, smoothies, whether it's teas. There's actually teas that can help you with detoxing. Green tea, I believe, because I think my dad did something with green tea one time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we said, like there's just like simple things that you can do with your body. And even if it's a major health issue, like we said, all your ailment starts here in the gut. That's really part of the focus is your gut. What's in your gut? Say that you take a lot of prescription drugs. Okay, like we said, it's super effective, but we know that it harms the gut. So even though that whatever it was that the prescription drug took away the issue, but you still got your gut. So now what? All that prescription stays and lingers in your gut. So what you got to do? You got to detox. Kombucha, that's a drink. You can drink that. It cleans your gut. You get what I'm saying? So we're just throwing little nuggets at you. So, you know, don't lose hope on your health. Don't your mental health, your spiritual health, anything to get you back aligned, especially chiropractic care, because I said align. Everything alignment. Spinal cord, your nerves connect with your brain. So say you have a headache, and what's the first thing everybody do when you have a headache? Tylenol, Motrin, just something temporary and quick. And it takes about what, maybe an hour? So, yeah. So if you go to the chiropractor, they adjust whatever part of your spinal cord that is aligned with what's causing the headache back in order, back in a line. Then guess what? Oh, Lord, she said BC powder.
My stepdad loves that.
BC, boy.
Yeah, that thing is
because,
serious.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Does anyone have any questions whatsoever on what we said or any feedback that they would like to give?
Yes.
I do.
Because we'll go on and on and start saying more stuff.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I do. I've just been typing my little fingers away. My daughter will tell you that's all I do is talk and type, so and read. But this is some very good information. I have high blood pressure and I am hypothyroid. So I have those two medications that I have to take regularly. And you know, like physicians, they will tell you because they want the money. And I've been used as a guinea pig for probably the last 10, 15 years on this medication, on that medication. So it's very important to me I know for one, to make a lifestyle change and try to do something more natural and healing. So I'm very interested on, looking at your products and purchasing to start my journey on this, because I know in the long run, it'll help me out.
Yeah. Okay.
And you all are so well educated. It's like your presentation and everything, you didn't just come to the platform and say, okay, this is good, take it because I said so. That's basically what people do when they want you to buy something. You all take the approach of, let me tell you why. And this is all the background information of why, which is very important. You'll capture your audience every time if they're like me and they want to know more,
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry about the
Thank you for sharing your experience, your journey.
Oh, I'm very transparent, ask my daughter.
50 years is a long time. So
Yes.
We knew someone that had
I was thinking about
hypothyroidism for 7 years. She actually is a Facebook friend, and her testimony is what got us to start chiropractic care. She was able to get rid of all her medication. I think she was on about, I don't know, it was a lot, maybe 6 different medications for different things. And they were about to take out her thyroid for her,
right,
because they just couldn't do anything else for her. Mm-hmm. And so someone told her about chiropractic care, and within a month, she was off of all her medication. 1 month, just the chiropractor alone.
And she didn't need surgery.
She didn't need surgery. After, I think about 3-4 months, they cleared her of not needing surgery. So it is possible. Mm-hmm. There are herbs that can boost you, but honestly, I'm a 100% advocate for chiropractic care. My baby started hers at, I think, 3 weeks old. Yeah, and Jojo, my eldest, he's gonna be 4. He started at 2 months old, and it just seemed bizarre. But like he said, the brain aligns through the spine, and the spine has nerves connected to it that it signals to different organs and different places in your body to generate the healing and release chemicals for healing. So basically going to a chiropractor, they will find which bone that has the issue and adjust it and keep adjusting it until it remembers to stay in that place.
And they will explain to you what's going on in your body, why you're feeling what you're feeling, and what this and this and this.
Yeah. So I would suggest starting out with chiropractic care. Barney Chiropractor is who we go to here in Gainesville. We just started going to him, and it's been okay so far. We're spoiled by our last chiropractor in Miami, so that's why we took forever, because he really educated us just how we explain things. That's how he taught us.
He took everyone out to dinner.
He took everyone out to dinner and explained everything. And that, man, I was going to the dinners like I was a new patient every single time, because I was. So we do have herbs to offer. We're gonna start offering Cerasee soon. Asosee, if someone knows, in 2 different names, Asosee or Cerasee. And if I can get your information, we can send you some links and some things about herbs for hypothyroidism, and you can explore in that way. And if you want us to create a blend for you, let us know. We'll just create it for you if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. If you want to learn how to do it yourself, let us know. We'll tell you how to do it yourself, because we're not all about just getting all the money. We really want people to know how to take care of themselves. It's really important to us.
Yeah, we'll even give even smoothies, anything to help with your body.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and my mom had hypothyroidism too.
Oh yeah, she did.
She did for a while. It was she used herbs for hers. I gotta go ask her which herbs did she use, because she knows them in Creole, and I have to figure out a way to translate them to English. Every herb she gives me, I have to figure out a way to find an English word for it, if there is one. So, but if you can email us, elephanttribe.community@gmail.com. and we'll be able to send you a list of herbs. And if you need us to get them for you, even if you don't want us to create a blend, if you want us to get it for you, we can do that as well.
Okay, I'll put my email address in the chat box.
Okay. Let me see.
Will90.
Hold on, let me get a pen so I can write it down. I'm not Zoom savvy, so.
Yeah, I can send you guys their information so you guys can purchase some of their herbs. I have some of my own. I'm going to show you guys real quick. But I suffer from allergies, okay? I have really bad allergies, all right? So I got some of this antihistamine. My antihistamine tea, I drink that religiously. With I do have elderberry here.
Okay, that's really good.
Okay. I love elderberry. This actually I use as a cleansing, but it smells so good, guys. You gotta get it. I keep all of mine in a jar. I don't know if anybody else does, but it smells.
We do too. We got
delightful. I have some of this here, which is ginger.
Okay.
And I put this in my food, but I also put it in my tea.
Ginger is good for inflammation too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then turmeric, which is good for inflammation. I suffer from inflammation sometimes in my knees. But I actually ground this in a pestle mortar and I put it in my food.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
like to put it in my tea. I don't like drinking turmeric tea.
Um,
So I put it in like fish. I put it in my vegetables. I put it in almost everything except for my tea. And then
right.
if you get a little bit of spice going, I like spices. So I have a little bit of nutmeg that I put in my tea.
Right. That's cool.
But I
That's
got a whole list of everything that I have. That's only like a small sample. I got a whole farm of stuff in my house.
Mhm.
That's
But
cool.
I
I
love
love it.
I love it. I love the holistic teas, especially if you suffer from allergies. I know in Gainesville we have a lot of allergies. You guys, what do you guys do for your allergies?
Echinacea.
That's another immune booster.
It's an immune
Let me
booster.
get the box.
So, of course, with allergies, is your body confusing certain things with um, a cell or to attack. So, having an immune booster really helps. Eczema is also an allergy thing, and JoJo has had eczema. It's on and off, but you can buy the echinacea in a box like this. But it helps with allergies a lot, a lot, a lot. So yeah, that's what we usually use.
Echinacea.
I am the only one. I and JoJo only show signs of allergy. He's not affected at all.
I mean, I have my days I sneeze sometimes.
Yeah, you go outside. We come outside. We like. We come back inside. You're like, I can't breathe. JoJo and I. But yeah, echinacea is pretty good for allergies. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spelled that wrong.
Brianna, would you be putting the information down, their contact information?
Yes. So I
Yeah.
do have their
So I
website at the bottom. If you guys want to go and log on to their website, you can purchase all their lovely teas and more stuff that they offer. And I will be sending out a actual email tomorrow that will have this video as well as how to get in contact with them, their email addresses, so you guys can stay in contact. But yes, I will provide you guys with that tomorrow.
thank you so much for doing
Okay.
that. We
Thank
do
you.
have
I'm
herbs.
Shannon. You'll see my order coming through tomorrow or sometime.
Okay.
We do have a herbal book. Let me grab that.
No, you want me to grab it?
Go ahead. You grab it.
Because your hands.
My hands. I keep forgetting. I'm so used to being a stay-at-home mom. Like, grab this, grab that, hold the baby like this. Yeah, I created a tracking journal or a tracking book where you can write down your remedies, almost like a recipe book, and you can write down the benefits you see throughout your body, and you can write down the recipe for it. So you can definitely use that as you try to track how the herbs are affecting your body, and also to be able to pass down your remedies to the next generation or to someone else in your family, just to keep as a memoir as well. So I
Okay,
created
that's on your website to be ordered as well?
Yes. So what it's going to do is direct you to the Amazon link, and it'll go straight to Amazon. And you can order it off of Amazon, and it'll come straight to you since I published it through Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty good. I am a doula, so I do have things for pregnancy. For
Thank you.
Huh?
No, thank you.
I'll say if you know anyone else that might be or anything like that. But yeah, so we have some things for that as well. You can't find your book? Sorry, don't come. I'll go look for it.
Okay. Well, she's looking for the other one, but the other book that she has made is called Life. I'm sorry. Yeah, Life's Little Blessings. So this is actually a journal for moms, for pregnant moms, like to journal down during, after birth. It really helps, definitely within postpartum. So this is also on our website, and the link is, and it'll link you to Amazon as well for it. So yeah, so it's a 12-week gratitude journal for moms after giving birth. So
Okay.
this is a nice little thing too.
I think we sold the last copy.
Yeah, we did. We sold the last copy of our journal. But what we'll do, don't we have?
It's
I
on the
want to actually purchase that one. Is that the one that Life Little Blessings? Is that the one that you sold the last copy to?
No, the last one we sold was the
herbal book.
herbal book, the herbal
Yeah.
journal.
We have some copies
Okay.
here, but we sold our last one, our
Okay.
physical copy.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
it's like a recipe book for herbs, but it can also track the effects that it has, like what is it good for and things of that nature.
Yeah.
If you click on the link on the website, it will take you to Amazon. Amazon has a look inside feature, so you can see ahead before you purchase what
Right.
it looks like inside.
Or if you just want to keep with just tradition, like family tradition, remedies,
Mm-hmm.
or just have your own, like you said, like we teach, and so you can make your own, then that'll be good, and it'd be great to just pass that down from generation to generation. So yeah.
Got it, guys. So thank you so much, guys, for staying on.
Yes.
I will drop the chat. Well, I have the link in the chat so you guys can purchase some of their items, their teas, their books, as well as you can actually shop on Amazon for their book, Life's Little Blessings, and their website here I have in the chat. But I'm going to actually send the email out with this video and then how to get in contact with the Revells if you guys want anything custom like your teas. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Jennifer, for staying on. And if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to end it. So if you guys have questions, ask it now. If you don't have any more questions, I want to actually end the video chat, and thank you guys so much. We do have classes, our physical classes at the H.E.A.T Center. If you guys are interested in Reiki healing, tarot reading, or anything of the like, meditation, yoga, we offer those classes virtually, so you guys can get comfortable. One thing that is very unique about us, I don't think I mentioned it, but we don't open until 5 p.m. So we open 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. We don't open the regular 9 to 5 business hours because our community that we serve does not actually have downtime until 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So those are when our classes are offered. So you can take night classes, actually. We don't have anything in the morning except for our kids yoga. So if you have any people that are interested in kids yoga, we offer that one little class from 10 to 11 a.m. And that is the only class we offer in the morning through the weeks. Okay, guys? I'm going to send out the links to everything. And thank you guys so much for hopping
Thank
on.
you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.